God. Yes. I'm just gonna say this now. I think this is probably my favorite episode of this season so far. This episode was awesome. I thought this episode was amazing. And I forgot to say this. This is my thoughts on Chucky Season 2, Episode 5, Doll on Doll. Like I said, this episode was awesome. This is possibly my favorite episode of this season so far. I was a little mixed on it when it began. I was like, okay, this is just same old thing that we've just seen all before. But once it started to flow a little bit, and once it started to actually get to the point where it was going, I absolutely loved this episode. I'm not gonna spoil anything that happened in this episode, especially the ending. I do not want to spoil the ending because I think the ending was one of the most shocking of this entire series. And where to even begin? Starters, I did think Jennifer Tilly's performance was amazing in this, and I don't know if this is technically a spoiler because if you saw the cover of this review, then you should probably expect it. I might put some time codes here and there to avoid spoilers, or maybe if you don't care, or maybe just go watch the episode for yourself and then watch this. Because if you're watching this, then why? If you haven't watched the season or the episode, why are you watching this? You must be crazy if you ask me. But I did think Jennifer Tilly in this was awesome, and I did like the little thing where it showed that she was keeping Jennifer Tilly in Tiffany's doll's body. That legit shocked me. When she was going into this room, another room that she had locked up, and she just opens it, I see Jennifer Tilly posters and all that in that room, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Is this just a room that she just had of herself? And then she takes off this cover on a cage, and then I just see all of these things just typed away, all this Tiffany doll just making things. I'm like, oh, that just must be another Tiffany doll that she's just keeping captive to do all the things for her. And then she picks up this piece of paper that says, help, I am a prisoner or something like that. And then she just rips it up, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then it finds out that Jennifer Tilly is in this Tiffany doll. That legit shocked me. I did not expect that. I think that was the thing that most shocked me about this episode. That was the best thing about this episode. And I did like how she tricked Jennifer Tilly, I mean Tiffany, and to trick Meg or something about these two boys that they had crushes on, or were friends with or went out with. When they were in high school, and she tricks her and tells them about the plot of a story or something that happens in a movie or something like that. And then she goes up and starts yelling, it's you're gonna wish you never were alive and no more chocolate for you. And then Meg walks in and she's like, what the hell is going on? And then she just realizes that her sister is in this doll. And then Tiffany just murders the hell out of Meg, which caught me on surprise because apparently Meg Tilly, Jennifer Tilly's sister, apparently she doesn't like horror movies, and when someone gets killed, she'll leave the room or something like that. I watched that on the after show of this on Dead Me. Go check that out. I might leave a little time card up here. And I did like that. That was a lot of fun, and I did like how Glenn, she got the doll back from Seed of Chucky, and then when she got it, it was playing the little Seed of Chucky theme, which I actually really liked. It was I did like that. That was a lot of fun, and I really didn't have much issues with this episode very much, but I think what bothered me the most was with Jake and Devin again. They've been arguing since episode 3 about this good Chucky. Oh god, this thing's all tangled up. I'll fix that later. They've been arguing about, this good Chucky, about Chucky's oh, but we shouldn't keep this doll. He killed, that type of doll killed my mom, and killed your dad, and all that. Killed her dad, and all that, too. And, I mean, I can get it. The third episode, I understand. But then in this episode, they just keep arguing and bickering. It gets repetitive after a while. It's Dude, rather break up or get it over with. I don't want to see that a lot throughout the episode anymore. It's just getting a little boring. Another thing I did like about this episode was that Good Chucky lived. I think Good Chucky is one of my favorite Chuckies now because I think he's just really, really cute. In a way, I remember when I first saw the episode 3 when it was Good Chucky, I'm like, oh, God, do I have to sit through and watch a Good Chucky? But then he just got cuter after a while, and I'm glad that he survives this, and then, like, he's realizing, like, that he is part of a murderer, and he's scared that he's gonna hurt Jake and all of them. He doesn't want to do that, and I like that type of Chucky. And he killed Buff Chucky, and that like he's afraid that he's gonna become the murderer that, well, he thinks he is. And it's a good scene in this episode where he's talking to Jake in the bathroom like, I don't want to become this. I don't want to be this person. I like that. And I liked Good Chucky in this. When he so-called kills Buff Chucky, when he throws the knives on him and, like, does a little Carrie reference when he pins onto a wall, like, the crucifixion. I think that's a reference to Carrie, because if you watch the original movie, like, Carrie uses a bunch of knives and, like, pins her hands onto a wall, and she does this and looks like Jesus on the cross and all that. That was a nice little touch. And I think with just Jake and Devin, like, bickering, I think that's, like, the only thing I disliked about this episode. This was an awesome episode. I really enjoyed it, and I'm interested to see what they'll go from here, especially with the ending of this episode. So I will not spoil. I will not spoil for you. Go watch the episode. The ending to this episode completely caught me off guard and all that. Just, I'm pretty intrigued to see what else is left in store for this series. So what did you guys think of episode 5 of Chucky Season 2, Doll on Doll? Did you enjoy this episode? Are you like me and thought this was the best episode so far? Do you think this is the worst episode so far? Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below, and we will talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you loved it, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you will get notified for my latest videos. But until my next video, take care.